What if I told you that one of history's greatest clashes wasn't just a battle, but a collision of two worlds? On one side, a small warrior nation forged in discipline, fire, and unbreakable will. On the other, a mighty empire stretching from the mountains of Persia to the shores of Egypt. An empire so vast it called itself eternal. This is the story of Spartans versus Persians, a conflict where courage challenged destiny, and where a few stood against the many. The Spartans, children of iron. In the harsh lands of ancient Greece, Sparta was unlike any other city. Its people did not chase wealth, poetry, or luxury. They worshipped discipline. From the moment a Spartan boy could walk, he belonged to the state. He was trained to endure pain, hunger, and cold. He learned that fear could be mastered and that a true warrior lived for honor above all things. To the Spartans, weakness was the enemy. Courage was the law. Their lives were simple, brutal, and precise. A constant sharpening of body and mind. Their armor was heavy, their shields massive, their phalanx unbreakable. Every Spartan warrior was not just a soldier, he was a blade forged by society itself, and each believed one thing deeply: a good death is its own reward. The Persians, lords of empires, far across the eastern horizon, another world existed, one of gold, silk, and endless lands. The Persian Empire under kings like Darius and Xerxes was the largest the world had ever seen, an ocean of cultures, nations, and armies united by a single throne. Persian warriors were not raised in suffering. They were trained in archery, horseback riding, and the art of long-range warfare. They fought with precision, with strategy, and with overwhelming numbers. To the Persians, survival was strength. Victory was wisdom. War was a tool to expand greatness, not a test of personal honor. Where Sparta was small and rigid, Persia was vast and flexible. One lived by discipline, the other thrived through power. And when these worlds finally met, the earth trembled. Where they differed, where the Spartans marched in silence, the Persians advanced like a living river. Where the Spartans wore bronze heavy enough to break lesser men, the Persians moved in lighter armor, fast and agile. Where the Spartans fought shoulder to shoulder as one, the Persians unleashed waves, archers, cavalry, immortals, each deadly in its own way. Where the Spartans embraced death, the Persians sought to preserve life and victory. Two philosophies, two visions of strength, two ways of understanding what it meant to be a warrior. The collision, Thermopylae. In 480 BCE, the world witnessed what happens when ideology meets inevitability. King Xerxes, ruler of an empire, marched west with hundreds of thousands. His goal, conquer Greece and add it to his dominion. But at a narrow pass called Thermopylae, only 300 Spartans, alongside a few thousand Greek allies, stood in his way. The pass was so tight that numbers meant nothing. Only courage and formation mattered. The Spartans locked shields. The Persians unleashed arrows that blocked out the sun. Spears clashed against armor. The ground shook under the weight of endless waves. Yet the Spartans held. They fought from morning to twilight, their discipline slicing through the chaos of the Persian advance. Xerxes could not believe what he saw, that so few could defy so many. But eventually, betrayal revealed a hidden path, allowing the Persians to surround them. The Spartans knew the end had come, and still, they did not retreat. They fought until broken spears became daggers, and shattered shields became fists. They fought until the last warrior fell. Their bodies were defeated, but their legacy was not. Symbols of their worlds. Look at their weapons, and you see their souls. The Spartan hoplon shield, the heart of their formation, symbolized unity so strong that breaking formation was a crime worse than death. Their dory spears were long, lethal, and meant for disciplined thrusts. Their red cloaks hid their wounds, reminding every soldier to keep fighting. The Persians carried bows that could strike from distances Spartans could not imagine. Their immortals, elite warriors, wore lighter armor and wielded curved sabers, designed for speed, not rigidity. The tools of war mirrored the beliefs of each civilization, one built on endurance, the other on versatility, decline and evolution. After Thermopylae, Persia did not fall, but neither did Sparta. The battles continued, and united Greek forces eventually drove the Persians back. Centuries passed, empires rose and fell. The Persian Empire evolved into dynasties and kingdoms. Sparta, once feared across Greece, faded with time, as its rigid system could not adapt to a changing world. Yet their clash remained immortal. A story retold for thousands of years, the lesson of courage and power. Spartans versus Persians is more than history. It is a reminder that strength takes many forms. Some believe strength lives in discipline, sacrifice, and unbreakable will, Others believe it lives in flexibility, strategy, and overwhelming force. One is the courage to stand when outnumbered. The other is the wisdom to grow through unity and empire. And in that collision, history shows us a truth that still echoes today. It is not always the size of the army, but the strength of the spirit that shapes the stories we remember. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the ancient past, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and join me for more stories where history meets legend.